optophobia.
Michael Stevens has come a long way since he first uploaded mashup videos to YouTube in 2007. In 2010, Stevens launched VSAUCE, a channel that tackles everyday questions using philosophy, history, science, and math to answer. Like this one.
There are more than 300 million people in America, but 150,000 last names and 5,000 first names is all you need to name 9 out of every 10 of them. When are we gonna run out of names? Perhaps it's already happened to you.
So what's your favorite video that you've ever made?
My favorite video is probably one titled If. And it was based around me visiting a rocket launch that didn't happen. And I was like, wow, they couldn't launch a rocket because of the weather, which means that we can build a rocket that puts satellites into orbit. We can't predict the weather more than 10 minutes ahead of time. And I talk about chaos theory, and I talk about random versus determined. I was like, how can I make a video out of this kind of failed trip?
I grew up watching Bill Nye the Science Guy. I kind of see you as like this generations of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Do you see yourself like that?
I don't, because you cannot replace Bill Nye. He's the only person like himself I think we'll ever have in history. I often go into psychology, philosophy, history, and language, and I kind of connect a lot of disparate things, and I often imagine that the audience I'm writing for is me when I was a teenager.
I've got a question for you. Why did the chicken cross the road?
He made an appearance in one of your videos. How do you get that to happen?
So I heard that he was in the same building I was in, and I grabbed a friend with a camera and I said, let's just go say hi. And he had seen a couple of my episodes, but he was kind enough to like stop packing up for his flight and take some time to do an intro and an outro for me.
In 5 years, his videos have amassed 8.9 million subscribers and gotten 800 million views.
Are there particular topics that actually are more popular than others for you?
You actually look at the viewership and how widely things get shared. It's often human behavior and psychology. It's stuff like, why do we kiss? Why do we wear clothing? Animals walk around naked and they don't seem to care. That kind of stuff pulls in an audience that's kind of outside of the typical I love physics and black holes type group.
His success allows Stevens to monetize his business outside of YouTube ads. Last year, Stevens made the most money from creating content for other companies.
I did this really fantastic diabetes series for Novo Nordisk, talking about like the mind-blowing science of the condition. And like one question I had was, if someone has high blood sugar, would they be a dessert to a vampire? Jobs like that, speaking engagements, books, all those revenue streams can really come through for a creator.
Stevens ultimately wants to expand his brand beyond YouTube.
I'm looking at not just more channels and covering more topics and serving a larger audience, but also books and television and, I don't know, like movies, why not? But yeah, I want to stay open to all of that and also just stay true to what the fans love about VSAUCE in the first place.